Oh, is that not plugged in right now? Oh no, it is. It's plugged in. I know I'm trying to figure out whether I can get this to work. My camera, it's my second year, guys. I'm sorry I should have turned the camera on way before I started, but I do all that kind of stuff all the time. Where it's like, oh yeah, 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 I'll do this when I do it. Just give me a second here. Who's logging on? Cool, cool. So we're gonna go to this. We're gonna go to this. Cool. We're going to this. We're going to this, and then we're going live. Sorry. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. I'm trying to get this to run, but I don't know if it will. So just give me a second here. Load, man. It's taking forever. Guess not. Maybe, come on. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Let's see. Cause like, I know my camera's not on yet. I'm just gonna get it on. I just have to get it to load. I have absolutely no idea what I should do. I know I should have to go up there, but how? Do I even get up there? That's my question. I'm assuming there's some sort of way to get up there, like through this maybe. But that does that. So what does it do? Oh. Anyway, that's the point now. Camera's run. Man, this phone is badly old and badly like just old and slow and laggy. There we go. Oh, it's bad. Like it's bad. Of course not. App don't want to work. Of course not. Why would the app work? It just doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure that has to do something with like. Ah, it broke. Well, now I want to know now what I do here because like checking something. Yep. 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 So, I mean, look. Okay. Look. Okay. I'm up here, but like what? I'm looking to see like what that is and where do I go and how do I do this? What shrine am I even in? Magnetic shrine or something? I don't know. Okay, now I gotta zoom in. I can't zoom in from here anymore apparently. Don't ask me why. I gotta zoom in this way. good enough. It's good. Good, good, good. Oh crap. Fair enough. So, like, what am I doing? What am I supposed to do? I know I'm supposed to go like get something, but what is this shrine I'm in? I'll have to look. What shrine is it called? They'll tell me what shrine it is. Freezing climate, yeah. Come on. Like, you know what I mean? Just like what? Sorry. Okay, now go down. Down. It's called the. It'll tell me, right? On the horse. What am I? What? Go look and see if it has a name, or do they just come? Does it have like a name? Metal connections. Okay. Metal. Yeah, but I want metal connections. Like that's the one I want. Apparently, people have already beaten Tears of the Kingdom. Which is not, you know, terrible, but he's also like not. That's not like super surprising, but it's surprising enough to be like, really? Hello? Wait a second. Hello? Okay, there. Like not super surprising, but it's surprising enough to be like, well then, okay. So what am I supposed to do? Yeah, yeah, I got that. I'm supposed to take that and put it where there. Okay, yeah, go there. Okay, yeah. And do what? What am I supposed to do with it? Kind of make a bridge? Kinda? Okay. Bridge my way over. Okay. Yeah, bridge my way over. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, that makes sense. Should bridge my way over. Okay. So it's kind of like, can I grab all of them? Sorry, this one. Nope. Can I pick all of them up at the same time? I think I can. No, I might as well not. Oh, wow. I'm assuming I gotta like go somewhere like this, but I don't know. Where am I? Oh no, not close yet. Yeah, I was talking to the same girl again from last night from young adults, and I kind of I was like I asked her what she thought of me, like what was your first impressions of me, and she like looked at she like probably thought for a second and went kind of like this whole like eh, I don't know, like I don't know why. I was like I don't know, just wondering. And she kind of like okay, cool, and then I said because my first impressions of her were one thing, and it's like and then she kind of like, and then I said something to the effect of like, the first time we met, it was this situation, and like I physically saw you for the first time here, and then she was just like, oh, okay, so, and she called me pensive. I'm like, pensive? I looked at the word pensive and went, pensive, a word meaning, what's the definition again? Took like I saved what that meant. Oh, crap, I heard a lot. So for me, pensive meant. So what I looked up was pensive means, and I quote, based on Google, it means, which I thought not even close to what I was, but okay, engaged in, involving, or reflecting deep or serious thoughts. Because she thought you're quiet, so therefore I thought maybe you're pensive, and I thought to myself, pensive, pensive. No, I just had social anxiety and didn't want to throw up. And that's literally what happened. I like was sitting there going, I don't know any of these people except maybe like one or two, and I was just like, I just kind of had this attitude, like it's this like thought process to it towards it, where it's like, and I went, and because she goes, wow, well, nobody noticed it. Nobody noticed you. Like you were. What did she say? Nobody noticed you. Like nobody knew it. And I went, well, I'm very good at hiding that kind of thing. But every situation I'm in, I said, but that's basically every situation. She also said something, not that I remember, just reserved is a better word, yeah. Okay, people who are slower to speak often have the most going on in their heads. Fair enough. Then I said something, well, pretty quiet, but I thought, maybe you're pensive while you asked, blah, 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 ha, ha. Want to know. And then she said something to the effect of, well, that sucks. I said, well, people couldn't tell, right? And I went, I just kind of like went, yeah, I'm very good. I'm very good at hiding all of that. 100%. I'll sit in a situation and go, no, please, no, stop, please, no, please don't talk to me, please, no, I don't want it. Dang it. Okay, I'm closer. Okay. So yeah, like, no, I don't want it. Please, no, don't talk to me, please. No, 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 please, no, 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 I don't want it. Cool. Now I don't even want to be doing this right now, but I will try. I'll probably put it over. Whoa, shush. No, I can't go further than this. Nope. Okay. I'll also leave it on the ground. I'm sure then. And I was like, wow, that's like really like definitely. I also told her about the whole thing about like I find it so much easier to talk to a female than a male, like a million times easier to talk to a female than a male, which is weird. And her response to that was, well, I mean, I guess that's why girls are the best. I guess that's because it's because girls are the best. And I said, you're not. Yeah, you're not wrong. And then I said, that's why males are physically attracted to them. She goes, to girls? I said, yeah. To girls? Like, yes. Like a whole like, yeah. And then she like looked at me like, fair enough. Or I'm sure she was thinking like, fair enough, I guess. Because they're the best, yeah. I mean, there's not been a single girl that hasn't. Like, there's not a single girl that's maybe like incredibly ridiculously like angry, if you know what I mean, like, or like I hate them with a passion, burning hell. Because there's something about girls that just I don't know. There's people I do not give a hoot about, like I couldn't care less about. God dang it! No, it's wrong way. There. There's girls I couldn't care less about, and I like couldn't give a hoot about. But there's not right. No, couldn't care less about. But never anybody where I'm like, I hate you, go burn in hell, die in a fire, you fucking piece of garbage, you're a son of a bitch. I want you to die. Please, 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 please. No, I don't care for you. And there are bitches. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't have like so. I don't know something about it. Like it's so much easier to talk to a female than a male because I think it's because and I've explained to you people or I explained to myself actually it's more like my it's more of like a damn. Okay, we'll have to pull him back slightly, just slightly. Anyway, like yeah, and she's just like it's because we're the best. She like made it in like a joke way, and I went like no seriously, that's probably legitimately the reason. You people are like amazing. And you like blow my tiny mind because she's like it's so much easier to talk to slash make friends with females because males have a reason need a reason to talk to you. You know, there's no such thing as males coming to males to just hey can I get to know you ever. That's never a thing. Never. They also have to have. I'm like, what's your ulterior motive? And they're just like, none. I'm just like, none. None. No, I just want to be a friend. Damn it. And they're just, and I'm just like baffled because like that's not a male's way of socializing. Never. My mother was baffled when I said that. Really? I went, yeah. Like that's so. It's stupid easy to figure that out too as a male. Or sorry, stupid to figure out. Right? That's exactly what males do. They have this attitude where they're like, they have this way of doing it. So it's like, and I think it's because she was also very, very genuine too. She didn't try to be more than she was. She didn't. But I said to her, I felt that you were going to be one of those pretentious, you know, pretentious asshole Christians who like, I know the Bible because he was talking to someone who was that exact person. And so for me, I was like, oh, you're going to be one of those people who I freaking am going to hate. You're going to be a hot woman that I don't like. Oh, nuts. Like, no, kind of thing, right? Like, no, I freaking hope not. That would suck so bad. And then just like, am I too far away? Oh, wow, way too far away. Okay, just a little bit closer than, just a little bit. Well, I knocked that over. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Just a little bit closer, like maybe like there. Yeah, cool. I'm like, no, don't be a pretentious asshole who Christian. Don't be a pretentious. I thought you were gonna be a pretentious Christian who was like an asshole. I'm like, oh god, and just like, I know the Bible. I'm gonna school you the whole time. I know people like that, male and female, and both people drive like, and they drive me nuts. Because you may, I mean, as a Christian, a lot of Christians have that at one point. I don't know if every Christian does necessarily, but lots of Christians come off as that like, no, I'm right, you're wrong. Well, the Bible says this, therefore it's got to be this. Or it's the kind of Christian where, well, the Bible says this, and we're reading the same book. We, you know, it's very clear as to what it says. Like, it does not say this, that, or the other thing. It just says this. No. Okay, got it. Got it. Like, well, it says this, obviously. Like, if we're reading the same, like, are we reading from the same hymn book here? It's like, yeah. Well, then, if we're reading from the same hymn book, we should both know that this is how it's read. There we go. Got him. I'm up. I'm up now. Now make sure I don't let anything fall. So yeah, it's like, well, if we're reading from the same hymn book, reading from the same Bible, then it means this, and you know that it means this. It's like, what? That's the whole thing. Oh my god, that was the whole thing. Wow, that was annoying. That was annoying. I don't know what to do now, but it's annoying. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm so glad she was not because I would have just like probably hated myself for it. Been like, oh no, not one of you people again. Because I've experienced enough of you people in my life. I've experienced like 4 or 5 of those kind of people in my life. These pretentious, or Or I was also like scared that she was gonna be a dumb Christian. Sorry, not Christian. A dumb girl where it's like, and then pretentious in the sense that she thinks she's so much better than. Oh well, I'm so much more than. Oh, I'm so much better because I know I have the talent and I have the knowledge more than you do. I'm so much better than you are. Oh yes, yes, yes. I'm high and mighty, and I'm holier than thou. Right? If you know the show Mash, the character Frank Burns, he's like that definition of like pretentious, like holier than thou, which is why I hate the man with. I love the character, but and the actor, but I hate the fact that like he's such an like he's such a a pretentious asshole, full on pretentious asshole. Like holy moly macaroni, I hate you with a passion. Please go die in a fire. I hate you. I want you to like God. You're so annoying, but you're like a great character because it makes a very good juxtaposition to someone like Hawkeye, who's like complete opposite. But he's like he almost has this like attitude of like I'm a human being. Frank Burns. We're in a situation that nobody wants to be in. Looking at watch like performing surgeries on bodies that we don't want the war to actually happen. But you know, you and your holier than thou. What did I just say yes to? Where like you know holier than that. Like I'm a human being, Frank. I don't want human beings to be to be killing other human beings. So go frick yourself. Ah, crap. Okay, I need a weapon. Maybe this one. Fire, fire torch, fire rod. Where'd he go? Oh, dang, dang it. There, gotta put it away. I think. Dang, damn it. Oh wow. What's a long range weapon? It's not a long range weapon per se. God, he killed me. Wow. I want to see if I can kill this guy. But yeah. So like that's the kind of person you think of when you think of like think of that guy, and then think of like, and then that's like a lot of people I've met, maybe 5 or 6 people in my life, both male and female, and like look at me, I'm better than you, and pretentious, and I put more importance on myself than I really have. You know, I put way more importance on myself than I'm kind of on fire right now. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can use this against him. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, also especially with Christians where it's holier than thou. Look at me, I am better than you. You are a sad, pathetic excuse for a Christian, and you're gonna burn in hell because you're wrong and I'm right. I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you, better than you. I know my Bible more. Just because you know your Bible does not mean you know anything of Christianity. You're not a good Christian. But anyway, like this is my like opinion of what I've seen of it. Like, that was easy. Holy crap, that was easy. Rupees, nice. Anyway, so like that's my opinion on like that was what I thought of her when I first met her. I was like, pretentious, not a pretentious asshole, Christian. Also, female. You weren't a bitch either. That was the other thing that was I'm so happy about. You weren't just a bitch. Like I know, like you know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The kind of like girl who you just want to like slap across the face and be like, "Cut the crap, woman. Nobody's gonna like you. You're an ass." But somehow they have friends, so it's like, somehow they have friends, and you're like, like somehow they just have friends, and you're like, how do you have friends? How do people not think you're an ass, like a total ass, like bitch? I don't get it, but you know how? How's that possible? It's probably because I'm a male. Sorry, I'm a male, not a female. Therefore, I don't see the same way. Like, I don't just make friends with females just randomly. Also, I've figured out you're an ass, you're an ass, you're a bitch, you're a bitch. I'm done. I'm not talking with you. There's no point unless you have like a hot best friend or hot sister or hot whatever. Someone connected to you that's hot that I would want to associate with. Then I'd probably be like, well, then I might try and get with you, but like or be friends with you or associate with you. But I mean, if I'm trying to get, like, if I think I want to get to you, what? Fine, fine. I didn't. I gotta go soon. I'm only gonna go till 2. So, did it kill me? No, but it came running after me. It ran at me. Sorry, but yeah. So I was just glad. Like, I've learned. No, but if I want you to be my friend, there's a reason. If you're a bitch, there's a reason. Basically, reason that we're friend. Like, we're gonna be. I'm gonna associate with you at all. I'm not gonna associate with you just because. Like, that's not. No, that's not me. Oh God, that's not bad. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, no, I'm not just gonna associate with you just because. No, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna accept that right now. Oh, you can ask me that. But yeah, like, yeah, I'm just like, oh, Trevor. Anyways, what were they saying? Yeah, I'm so glad she was not that though. Like, a bitch, an asshole, a pretentious, stuck up, arrogant. Like, no, I said to her, but no, actually, you ended up being the cool, super cool, down to earth, this super cool, down to earth girl. You ended up being this like amazingly amazing. Also, you just kind of normal. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't weird, you weren't pretentious, and you weren't a bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows all those types of people, especially girls. Everybody knows all those types of girls, where it's just like, you know what I mean? Everybody knows those types of girls, where it's like, oh my god, what kind of stick? What stick did you shove up your ass? Like, seriously, what stick was shoved up your butt? Damn it, the other one knew it. Damn it, I want to shoot them and get them, but anyway, what stick was shoved up your butt? Like, seriously, like, what the heck? Who killed your best friend? Who killed your childhood dog? Frig, man, or childhood pet? Like, frog, like seriously. I'm not even like, I'm not being facetious here, or using hyperboles. I'm like, no, what happened? Like, what the heck? And they're not just females, but males can be the same way. I know males like that. What kind of stick was shoved up your butt? Like, good God. And you weren't the worst person at one point. Then you turn into this pretentious bum. Pretentious, like, ass. Like, not even pretentious ass. Just ass. Like, just stick was shoved up your ass, right? Who died in. Who killed your best friend? Who killed your dog, childhood pet? Who murdered all your family, right? Like, seriously, it's the wackest thing ever. And I'm glad she was not that person because I would have killed I probably would have just been like, Okay, let's see if I can get the key on fire. Good, key on fire. And the horse on fire? No, I want this one. Oh, what the? Oh, that's gonna break, that's why. You know, just like no offense, but like those people are bum. Like you would never want to associate with those kind of people ever. At least in my opinion. At least from what I've experienced and gathered. Right? So maybe you can associate them with some way, but no, my god. And that's every single one of those. Not every single one, actually. That's a lie. But there were enough of those people where it's like, what? What? Like, my brother associated with a lot of those females, and I'm like, oh my god, what? What's with your oh god? Or they were weirdos who wanted like my mother said when I was talking to her about like girls, right? And I told her it's easier to talk to a girl than a male, and she like looked at me like really, and I went yeah, and she goes oh that's fair, because there's because she said one way, then I said no 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 no. There's that first little like initial there's that first initial like you're a whack, you're a freak, you're legitimately the freakest freak. Like I'm not even trying like using hyperbole. You're a freak. That's what they think. Like they're not, they think you're a freak. But then, oh boy, then there's the opposite. Oh my gosh, I think this is love at first sight. It's the hottest thing I've ever. You're the hottest thing I've ever seen. Living thing I've ever seen. You will be my husband. And it's like, excuse me. Both are bad, or both are like not great. But one's like, calm yourself, lady. Good lord, wait 5, 6 years, 7 years before you decide. Oh yeah, my brother has like multiple of those people, like one especially, but then like two, three in high school. Like oh my god, he was a popular kid in high school, 100%. He was the kid who got all the ladies because he could. Him and my friend could charm a lady in the sense that the Obama charmed a lady. You know how Obama can make a speech and you don't even know what the hell he just said, but you're like, yeah, I'll give you money. Yeah, I'll vote for you again. Yeah, I'll invest in this cause. Yeah, I'll. It's like, what? No offense, but like, what? Excuse me? No, you won't. Yeah, until you learn what it is. Like, Obama made it look like Obama's big thing. Like when he went to Chicago, like his biggest like thing I remember was like he went to Chicago and was like, I'm gonna help Chicago get out of the slum of that it is and this really bad place for blacks and I'll help the blacks. And what did he go and do? Nothing. Like literally nothing. And everyone was like baffled. It's like, oh wait, what? Like after the fact, like once he was gone out of the White House, he was like, what? How do I change clothing? Is it in here? Probably. There he is. Oh, whoa. Okay. Or and what that one look like? No, I want this one. Cool. So like, it is definitely one of those like. Maybe we'll talk to her again. Actually, wait. We'll talk to her again. See what she says. This is info, right? I believe so. I don't know if you're gonna tell me Divine Beast again. Okay, I don't know what to do now. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. You gotta go soon, so I'm gonna probably end here. But yeah, and so I've never had either of those. I've never had the second half of that. I've had the like absolute bitches who's like stuck up ass, and I've had the people who think I'm absolutely like the weirdest man in the world, weirdest male in the world, and it's kind of sad to me because I'm like, I didn't try to be, but then it's like, well, no, you didn't try to not be though. You didn't actively try to not be seen as that. I didn't try to. Ooh, wow. I'm gonna save right here and turn off the game. Or no, I'm gonna save, turn off the game, and then just go and talk for another, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. But yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to get into anything else without, uh, you know, and then have to like stop halfway through and be like, oh well, I can't do that. Cool. So yeah, that's my what I've always gotten. I've gotten like your weirdo. Never like, please marry me. Like lucky bass. Like I knew friends like that, and I'm like, I knew friends who could just be like, get in my pants, and they would just be like, they would be like, swoon, fawn over the people. I'm like, I want to give him a big old middle finger, but like, what the fuck? I'm not that it was people I cared about. I'm just like, how about what, huh? Brother's one of those people. Not a get in my pants, like sleep with me now, but definitely I want you. Okay, I love you. What? And they fawn over the people, or fawn over. I'm like, that is bizarre. That is bizarre. That is bizarre. Like that's the most bizarre idea of anything ever because I never had a good experience with females that in that way, like ever. And so I was because I would always be friends with females. My best friend was a female for 5 years, from like about 6 or so, 7 maybe to about 10 or 11. So it's about 4 or 5 years, and it was like, and I knew them all as friends, and they always only wanted to be friends, and I would. And then when I got to high school, it was like, oh, you lost all this, and like, and then everybody was getting a girlfriend at one point, and I was like, what? Okay, but there were people I knew who were kind of like in my sex circumstance situation where it's like they wanted girls but they couldn't get them, although they were very set up in such a way that like, well, no, you're saying in such a way that like makes it feel like you know, oh, there's that one. Well, they don't like you that way. You don't go up to a girl. You don't write a song and play it in front of everybody in a talent show and profess your love to a girl. That's not how that works. You think that's how that works. You think it's that. That's how the movies portrayed out to be. High School Musical. Oh my God, I didn't know I loved you, but now I love you. Oh shit. I didn't know I loved you, now I love you, and you love me back, and it's gonna be amazing, and happily ever after, right? That's a weird concept because happily ever after is a very strange concept because like think about it, right? You know what happened happily ever after. I lived happily forever after whatever. So like that's who was it that said that those things are stupid? I think it was both um Seamus. Seamus, I don't remember his last name. And Joe the Disney guy who went, no, I don't want to know what happened happily ever after. I don't care. They're all stupid. Don't tell me that. It's dumb. But what were they gonna say? Yeah, so I mean, in my opinion, live happily ever after. No, no, it's not how that works. You don't just go and I've done that. I've tried that. I've. I'm gonna come clean here and say that I've stolen lots of quotes and poems and such, and I've gotten poems from ChatGPT now. I haven't used those ChatGPT poems yet, but I will. And the thing is, um, anyway, the thing is, I've done that thing where I send a girl a poem and they like think you're a whack because you're like, no, that's not how this works. You're not gonna swoon me. It's not how this works. Also, write a letter. I mean, that's a lot of effort if you write a letter. But anyway, like that's my thing. Anyway, look. So that's what happens. I don't know. I've never had a girl completely fawn over me, ever. Oh, I love you. Oh my god. No, never, never. I'm not saying it'll never happen either. Not saying it'll never happen, but and also I don't. I've had people that have claimed to Earth I've heard indirectly through other people, their brothers, their friends, their whatever, that they liked me. Apparently, but never tell me. So why? Like it's literally the Lower Expectation song that Bo Burnham sings, where it's like almost like this. Uh, no, guys are afraid girls will not like them and reject them, and it's bad. Like, and they get like complete rejection, and it's like very bad. Girls should not feel the same way because girls should realize, guys, really, okay, guys really will accept basically anything. Like, at least in my like, this is me personally, but I can vouch for a lot of like a few other males that I know, where it's like, I'll take anything, please. I will take literally anything. Like, not anything, but we get desperate, very desperate. Like, we get very desperate, and I'm like, because here's the thing, okay? We're just at a point. We get to a point in our lives where we go, I know people like this, both male and female, and it's very much, look, I don't really care anymore. Can you just like, please love me, or just like me, or not hate me? Can we be, a couple? Can we think it's like, like, wow, they just do. They're like, please. I'm at the point in my life where I'm almost about to do that. Where every day I see a female and I'm like, you're a female. I'm a male. You want to like, and then I think to myself, don't count out the people you actually like. The person you actually like. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, don't. That's not good. Or not bad. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, Laris? Or, how do you pronounce that? Lil Cirrus? Lil Cirrus? I don't know if you're here, you followed me, you didn't say anything. Sorry, I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But hi. Thanks for following. Thanks for the follow. Um, yeah, so, I always think to myself, I'm like, well, I mean, look, okay? Like, maybe I'll settle for. And then so, two things. One, don't settle. And B, don't settle for you. There are better people you could settle for. And I went, that's fair. That's totally fair. Although they're not the kind of people who are looking the same way I am. Where it's like, they would settle for me, like, kind of thing. I think it's also why that situation that I was in when I on Canada Day was not as awkward as it could be, because one, I think one person liked me. I think, I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think somebody liked me. The other one was like, a male is talking to me. This is, wow, okay. But that's the thing. Her whole life she's had males talk to her, but never go any further than that. And so she thinks, you're gonna like come to that. Wow. Anyway, look, in my opinion, it's really bizarre. Like, you know, don't settle if you don't have to. You know. Also, when pretentious bums, pretentious, going back to the pretentious like asshole type of Christians, where it's like, oh wow, I'm so much better. Like, I know people like that, and they like talk in this like, no, well, if it says this, it means this. Like, I know people. Like, one guy basically looks at that part in, I think it's Corinthians, or is it like whatever the part where they're talking about love is patient, love is kind, and answer, and then follows that up um with, now wives submit to your husbands, and husbands, you are the height of the house, basically, and all that stuff. Like, you basically have all the authority, and the woman will submit to you and do whatever you want, like dominatrix kind of stuff. Like, I can beat you, and that would be fine. And I'm like, but I know people like that, and they're like, excuse me? Nah, I think you're wrong. Because basically what happened was, because he was talking to someone, then because he wasn't there physically, and neither was the pastor's wife, but he was on a phone call, he was on a video call, and they're at the pastor's wife, and the two of them talked to each other, and then they ended the conversation with, no, I think you're wrong. He ended the conversation with, no, I think you're wrong, lady. And I'm like, what? I thought to myself, wow, it's the most hilarious thing, but that's exactly the guy. Anyway, so like, there's people like that too. No, you're wrong because also it's always very no, you're wrong, and everything like I was thinking about it last night. Everything it said in this book is very surface level. Like, you just pick it up the way you pick it up. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, well, wait a sec, right? Wait a sec, wait a sec, wait a sec, wait a sec, wait a sec. You interpret a lot of things, man. So don't give me that baloney. And then the second thing I thought of last night was, thought last night. I was thinking like, we take Paul, we think everything Paul says is like canon and like the most like, oh, it's like the greatest stuff ever, and you must take it the way you read it. And then it's just like, then there are like, I think there's more than one, but I know there's at least one part where he's talking about how like he prefaces this part of his speaking of his letter with like, whoa, 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 I'm just a human. This is me talking as a human, not through God, not from God, not Christian, just a human, just or not a Jew, just a human. It's when he's talking about how, um, like being celibate, being single is better than or you should only be married to Jesus, right? You're the bride of the church, and we're the groom, and it's Jesus, all that stuff, right? But then like, but then like, then he proceeds to going, yeah, but if you can't, if you need sex, if you need to have it, like if you can't handle yourself, go get married. And people take it like a little bit weird that way, but yeah. But anyway, and kind of take it also in other ways because there's other things he says or the parts of the Bible where it's like, and you will find a wife, it's like, or a husband, like, okay, don't know about that one, but okay. Um, and it's like that's one of those things where it's like he's done that I'm sure multiple times where he kind of like stops and goes, I'm just a human here. This is the human part of me saying this or that other thing, not the like divine from God part of me, right? Or like hearing of God, like what I no, it's very much like, oh, and so I'm like, we never take anybody else's. That's the other thing. But we take Paul's like, and to say like Paul is like the way that like the second way, the truth, and the life, right? The way, the truth. He's telling like, which is not wrong. He's not a horrible human being, and he's not terrible, and he's not a bad person to listen to or look up to or want to be like or want to emulate. But he's still just a human. That's the thing with the Bible, right? I found this guy. I don't remember his name, but I found this guy on YouTube. It's probably repost of TikToks. Ooh, nice. And the thing is, right? Um, with this guy, he's talking about there's one clip where one short where he's talking about the Bible and how the Bible has been in like this word is actually not the word we would use. Oh, also that is changed slightly. Oh yeah, and if you do the Ten Commandments, that's said differently in the Jewish text, the the Catholic text, and the Protestant text. And then it's like, oh yeah, in the beginning, that was all written completely differently in Aramaic or in Greek. Like what? Yeah, the Jews wrote it completely differently. What? Yeah. Wow. Okay. So like the Bible is a big compilation of people deciding, well, yes, it's this and that. Well, I actually want to say it like this, which is why you have to read multiple versions of the Bible, whether that's NIV, NKJV, ESV, NLT, NIV, NASB. What else? There's like so many versions of the Bible you can read. The Messianic Jewish Bible, the Hebraic Roots Bible. There's so many different translations of the Bible. And my friend was telling me like I always said that like reading a Bible, different kind of Bible. Well, he said two things. One, he's like I always thought that ESV was like the best English Standard Version was like the best version because it was the closest to the original text, and blah 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 blah. But I also then came to the conclusion that reading a different version of the Bible is really good because it like brings out the whole like the best and you can think about it and it's like really good and whatever. And I went, but I don't practice that. It's bizarre. I don't practice that. And I went, yeah, no, you don't. You had like an ESV for like what 7 years or something. Oh yeah, longer, like 10. And he was like, well, now I think I should really read a different version of the Bible. I'm not saying reading one version of the Bible will change your like, oh, you're not reading it right because you're not, reading every version to like get every version that could possibly be, like no. But I'm also not saying that like you should only read one version of the Bible or multiple versions will make change anything, right? or like in like a oh you're doing it wrong kind of way. But like think about reading a different version of the Bible every so often because like it's a different read through, right? You get a different read through, right? You'll get a different perspective when you read it. Anyway, that's just my opinion. And for me, I feel like a lot of people just don't like see it that way. They kind of see it as like, no, my version is the version because like I understand the version better, which is fair. You can read it that way, but then if you read it that way, then you end up with something like the Message, where that's oh, what's his name? Who wrote the Message again? God, bomb. What's his name? I mean, he's not a bomb. What's his name again? It's like Scott something brothers in it. Eugene Peterson. Yeah. No, the problem is my brother explained to me why the Message is a terrible translation or terrible version of the Bible because you don't interpret the Bible to whatever you want. You end up coming up with. I'm gonna have to leave really really soon. I have maybe 1 or 2 minutes, but like let me just get this out. You end up with people. You end up with like the Book of Mormon or Abraham Lincoln. What's his name? Benjamin Franklin's versions where it's like I only like what I like and I'm gonna change what I want to change and the meaning will be completely different now because why not? I can do whatever I want with the Bible. No, divinely given by God. You get Joseph Smith. You get the Mormons, where it's like I can pick whatever I want out of it, and then I can add things and move. Ah, God. Anyway, and the problem there is with it is they try and make it like better English, but like they never get to a real Bible once they get to it. Because like you read, my brother pulled out like the 10 verses one time, or 5 verses one time, and went, here are the most controversial or contrary. Like these are verses that are very different, contrary in the Bible. And he pulled out I don't know ESV or NIV or something, and then pulled out the Message and went, the Message says a completely different thing that changes the entire meaning of this, or changes the meaning slightly, and I'm like, bro, you're not wrong. And he like proved to my dad and me. We're sitting in front around the table, and he pulled him out, and he goes, this is exactly why I hate the Message. And my mother at the time went, yeah, but if they use it like I know, he goes, yes, I know. If they use it like they say, where they're like, oh, well, I want to use it because it's easy to read. Well, get to a real Bible at a certain point. Like, get to a Bible that makes sense at least. Come on. Man. And so many people like the Message because like, oh, Eugene Peterson puts it into like common English vernacular, so that you don't have to go. Well, I mean, there was a book. It was something like taking all of the like weird metaphors in the Bible and weird like things that just were of the time and like modernizing it. And I thought that's stupid too, but whatever. Then there's also, if we're talking about weird Bibles, then there's also the gender neutral Bible. So anything that says like fisherman or it was a man or like son of God is all just like he's just a child of God. He's a fisher of people and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh my God, that's so stupid. I went, my brother went, that's a thing, and my mom went, that's a thing, and I went, not me, the person who was telling me this because we were eating dinner. He was over for dinner anyway. And he'd be like, yeah, you ever heard of that one? I'm like, no, no, and I went, yeah, that's a thing, and I like barely heard about it before that anyway. Don't like the Message. Don't think the Message is a good Bible. Although, if it gets you into Christianity, that's another thing that I always think about. Even if you come from what are those people called? Prosperity gospel churches and prosperity gospel preachers, the Joel Osteens and the what's her name? Joel Osteen and I can picture her face. What's her name? Eatting what's her name? Was written by. No, Battlefield of the Mind was the Christian one. Joyce Meyer, that's the one. My mother liked Joyce Meyer at a certain point, at one point, and listen to some of Joel Osteen stuff because he used to be on TV all the time. He was like a televangelist kind of person in his like mega church of millions of people who was not helping anybody during the hurricanes in Texas. It was so freaking stupid. Oh my God, it was dumb. But anyway, even if you start from there and you get to becoming a better Christian, it's like the same way when someone says like, well, I got into Christianity because I loved the music, the worship. It was great, but I need something more than that, which is fair. I don't blame people. If you get back into Christianity and say, I want more meat, I'm done with your milk, that's a whole different, like, I don't know if that's like a bad thing per se. I don't know. That is my opinion on. That's just my opinion on a lot of this. For me, at least, I feel like that's how I see it. Like, oh, it peaked me. Hello, no. You know what I mean? Just like, hello, 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 hello. Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, I'm not. Oh, I can go higher. Let's go like 5% higher. Now, like, look. Okay. I mean, like, it's not horrible, I guess, if you like come to the realization that these people are bad people and you shouldn't really like learn from them. But like, I don't know. My opinion. I'm gonna leave now, or I have to go somewhere, so I'm gonna leave. I have to eat something. I have like 5 minutes to eat something, so I'm gonna find something and eat it. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. So adios, amigos. Bye bye.